Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, by Hashem means in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the name of the Son of the Heavenly Father. All right. I'd like to say double honors as well to the apostles of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in this truth and sincerity without wavering. And this lesson is hanging on a string. America's hanging on a string, and like they got that saying, by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Is that bad? Is that bad out here amongst all things that are happening? You got a lot of things. You got a lot of things that are happening that's just basically leading to the destruction of America, which was prophesied in the Holy Scriptures. And see, now right here, I got this article from I got a few articles dealing with this subject, which this is something that they push to the background and they don't speak on it, dealing with the basically dealing with the economy, with the financial situation with America, which America has a big, there's already a big ass deficit, right? America's in debt and everything, right? People buying the debts and own, so there's a lot of things going on with that, but people are not really paying attention to this. And seeing what's important is because, the money or the economy of a society or a country or nation, that's what tells how strong it is and how, if it's going to last or whatever. That's the foundation or the glue of this wicked ass society, is the fact that they had, all these riches and they've been able to print all this fiat funny money and, distribute, raise this, all these different unstable credits and stuff that they've been doing. So now it's coming, basically it's running its course. So now this is uh one of the treasurers from the Department of Secretary of Treasury, however you say it, Janet Yellen. So this is she says U.S. could run out of cash as soon as December 15th. Janet Yellen warns, and she would know because she's an insider. She's a part of it, and this is something that's been being said for months. All right, which again we understand that because pursuant to the scriptures tell you about how these devils operate, man. Scriptures, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know that these devils, they sit there basically, like which, and the Bishop Sakaran was going into it the other day, on how America is just a corporation. It's just a corporation. It's not a country. It's not a land of freedom or whatever. All right. It's not the home of the brave. That's all bullshit. This is a big corporation. It's a which is turned into a prison camp. And now they're speaking more again about them guillotines, which, man, it's some shit that's coming. All right. And it's going to break. Hell, going into everybody. Well, a lot of people are not even going to have no so-called Christmas. All right. Christmas is canceled in certain places, because due to this, this chicken virus or whatever they're calling it, you want to call it. You see, and all these other different things, mechanisms that they're using to basically to bring down America, man. Okay, so this is I'm gonna read on right here. Then I'm gonna hit a couple of scriptures. It said the U.S. government could run out of cash and be forced to default on its debt. Now, if that happens, what does that mean? That means what? It goes back into, it's gonna go into recession. And seeing the thing is, we tell you, which is gonna lead to what? Like the Great Depression. All right, the Great Depression. And again, we've been forewarning, which really America's never really fully even recovered or really fully bounced back, because if that was the case, you wouldn't still have all this hyperinflation that's going on. You see, and the thing is, they can only keep pumping out but so much cash, unless they finagle the system in which they, the people that's controlling the Federal Reserve and the money system, they're planning on not bailing out people no more like they normally always bail people out. That's why with the going into the rent moratorium, that's why you had a lot. They said, nah, we're not gonna sign it again. So all these are just different things or different signs, like the saying CTD, circling the drain. All right. But now the money system is one of the greatest, one of the how would you say, what's the right word? Scriptures tell you that money's a defense. That's shows you the way that the economy is, the money and everything. That shows you the way that this society is going, or any society. So pretty soon, just imagine if they eliminate cash right now, which they want to do. Okay, we know that, right? Then guess what? Now it goes into what? You're gonna have to have that, that charagma. But anyway, let me go. Let me hit what is it? Zephaniah, real quick. Hit the book of Zephaniah. I think it's Zephaniah, or is it Zechariah? Matter of fact, Zephaniah. But I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day. It shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice." Pardon me. All right. And what's the Lord's sacrifice? Because here it is. You got Esau. You got these devils. They doing all kind of sacrifice. They had the astral world sacrifice. They got tons of other mostly all these different performances are straight up satanic sacrifices. That's why there's blood involved. There's all type of satanic imagery and different rituals that are being performed. And that's why people are dying at these places, because they're sacrificed. But now it said the day of the Lord sacrifice. The Most High got a sacrifice, man. All right? Which is going to be America, man. The Most High going to burn. This oil is going to be burnt up. All right? It tell you in Malachi, not even a stubble of grass is going to be left, man. All right? The Lord is going to have America, which is the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right? The waters representing the other nations. Okay, because America is the powerhead over these other nations. Well, the Lord is getting ready to destroy America, man. So that's what it's talking about when it said the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children. Yeah, these Edomites, man, they're the princes now, and their children are the ones that you see in power. The children of the elites, the Rothschilds, the top family on the earth. Even though they try to sit there and hide in obscurity and say downplay it, but they're who they are. Right along with the rest of these devils. So the Lord said, I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. All right? Yeah, sitting there, living the life and wearing these designer suits and all this shit. And, but reading on, it says, in the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold. All right? And see, you got people, everybody in America is motivated by what? Money. That's why people take the jab, and they're gonna take the charagma, because why? The love of money. People here love money, man. That's why people are willing to sacrifice their children or anything. That's what happens. But the Lord said He's gonna punish those that leap on the threshold, man. All right, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. So meaning what? The people what goes on in Wall Street, man, in the stock market, man. Violence and deceit, all kind of wicked trading and everything, which is basically just a wicked satanic crapshoot that's going on. All right, but now who's benefiting off of that? Just like if you go to a casino, you're never gonna. The house always is gonna win. All right, the house is always gonna win. You never will beat the house and shut them down. All right, you might win one day. You could win $10 million one day, and then they're gonna sit there, send a limousine, private jet, rock you to sleep, bring you back there, then you're going to end up losing 40 million. You understand? So the same thing with the way Esau got this society set up with these different false, with usury. Basically everything is usury, man. All these interest rates, and here it is, you're getting taxed, everywhere you go. That's wickedness, man. That's wickedness, but this is what is America's founded upon, I remember years ago, Apostle used to always call this a feudal system, a feudal kingdom, because it's a tax you to death. Everywhere you go, you pay taxes at the gas, grocery store, anything you purchase online or whatever, and then you still you get taxed by the federal government and the state government at the end of the year. They tax you in your check, they taking money, so you're getting taxed every which way you go, and then on top of it, they devalued the dollar, and the hyperinflation is just rising. So now you can't even keep up with the, you know what I'm saying? They have a saying for it. It's not enough money to buy anything or something like that. It's a saying that they have. And that's what happens. And see, these are the things that are happening. And this is a major part of the destruction of America. See, the Most High is getting at this devil on all kind of levels, man. He's breaking them down. The Lord could easily just have the mist. He could send the chariots. One angel could destroy this whole earth. But the Most High does things, what's the word? Gradually. Just like this devil thinks he's doing things gradually. No, the Most High got this devil set up, man, in stages. So we're at the final stage. So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and then howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. All right, because back then, when you go to these places, right, you had these different quarters or whatever, they were known for, you know, if you were a fisherman, even still today, that's a lucrative business. You become a millionaire if you own, you know, a fishing industry or whatever, fishing company or whatever. You know, because why? People, the fish market. That's why you always got fish. You got to have a fish market a few blocks away from each other, and they both making money. All right, because people, you know, people love fish. You know, fish is food. All right, and that's a commodity. You know, so this was back then, which this is relevant to now. But back then, this is where they went and trade and made money and sold their fish and everything. But it said a crashing from the hills, meaning the Most High was going to flood that place out. And if I'm not mistaken, that place now is a desert. Okay, but anyway, it says, "How ye in a crashing?" Okay, and a great crashing from the hills. All right, a stock market crash. That's a great crashing because why? This economy is falling apart, and this is what old girl talk about here. She said, to ensure the full faith and credit of the United States, it is critical that Congress raise or suspend the debt limit as soon as possible. And see, and this is the thing, you know, of course, the politics, they go back and forth, but eventually it's going to bottom out. It's going to bottom out, and then all hell is going to break loose, man. All hell is going to break loose, and it's going to be, because right now it's hard as hell, and this is all cultivated by the elites, okay? Because right now it's hard to, you know, you got to pay a whole lot more extra, and some stuff you just can't get because of these blockchain shortages that they set up. So now add the threat of this economy crashing, man. Nobody might not see no damn Christmas, man. And then the Most High, you got so-called Thanksgiving. They saying that in certain places it's going to be some of the worst weather ever, worst storms ever. So the Lord is visiting this place, man. We're in a time where the Lord is bringing judgment, man. And all these wicked ass people who fought against the truth, who fought against the men of the Lord that had something to say, man, the Most High gonna kill them, man. He gonna let them get drowned out and burnt up right here in America, man. He gonna let these plagues fall upon them, especially the wicked amongst our people, these simple niggas in these stupid ass churches, man. Talking about they some Christians, talking about they ain't doing the work of nobody but the devil, man. And they gonna pay for it, man. All right, a lot of our people that are proud that follow after the ways of the so-called white man, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay, you know. Ain't no way to candy coat nothing, man. Matter of fact, let me go back to where we was at. It says, "How ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down." See, because that represents America. Because Maktesh is like a mortar, like a boat, you know, where they sit there and, you know what I'm saying. I mean, there's two types of mortars, and then you got the mortar that's actually the when you build in a building, you have the mortar it's like cement, if you will. Basically, it's what keeps the bricks together. All right, it's what keeps the bricks together. So basically America's money is what keeps everything going. If there's a stock market crash, then America is no longer. Because remember, it's not even a country; it's a corporation. The only existence of this place is for what? Other people to come and make money and capitalize and make the elite, the international bankers, rich. This is their cash cow. All right. But the Lord said, "How ye inhabitants of Maktesh," which this is represent America, because again, Maktesh was one of the towns back in the ancient time, which were a lot of trading and money was being made. Okay, so it says, "For all the merchant people are cut down; all they that bear silver are cut off." So it ain't gonna be no more trading on the stock market room or whatever. Because why? It's a cold, it's a cold winter coming, man. It says, "And it shall come to pass at that time, I will search Jerusalem with candles," and that's what's happening. the real Israelites, the real Jerusalem represents the Israelites, and punish the men that are settled on their lees. See? These wicked ass niggas, man, that sold out. And a lot of these people don't want to hear this truth because they sold out. So now I'll punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord would not do good, neither will he do evil. Because Esau got these dummies to the point where they're thinking that everything is just going to exist as it is. Oh, the Lord, this is, what are you talking about? You like you got that other clown talk about one body. I'm going to call you one body of Christ. I ain't going to say one body of Yahushua referring to you. One body of Christ member talking about you wasting your life. You waiting and waiting. He's settled on his lead. That's why he's talking like that, man. Right? He's thinking like, look, ain't nothing going to happen. Ain't no, That's what these niggas are thinking until what? That time come when Yahushua come, it's going to be a whole different story, man. A whole different story. All right? So therefore, their goods shall become a booty in the houses of desolation, right along with their master. Because here it is, the Lord is ready to destroy Esau, getting ready to bring Esau's kingdom down, but you got niggas that want to keep this man afloat, man. It says, in their houses of desolation, they shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. Because why? It's the time of the destruction of America. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. Okay? Because why? Why? Destruction is coming, man. All right? So now, let's see. Bring up this other art. And there's a lot of stuff going on. This is just one thing the Spirit just had me lock in on, dealing with this debt crisis or this money crisis. Now, this is from the Independent. It says, debt ceiling. How is the U.S. government running out of money and what happens next? You see? And this is a couple months ago, and this keeps coming up. And again, that's part of the bloodline of America is their money. All right? This money system. Okay? So are they going to raise the limit, the limits or no? All right? I believe that, ultimately they're going to bankrupt it. And I think maybe this might be the time that they don't actually pass the credit, the rising of the credit rate or whatever, so they could print more money. All right. So and really, like we said, America's been gone a long time ago, man. The money system has been destroyed. That's what I mean when I said America was gone a long time ago. That's why they got rid of people who were sitting there fighting against their plans when they wanted to pass, which they did pass the Gold Act and Silver Act, which was the removal of the real money, and then turned everything into a credit system. So that's why, basically this debt is lingering and everybody's hanging on a string. See, just like with on a small level, if you have credit, the person who gives you the credit, they could control your limit at any given time that they want. All right, and they could cite certain reasons for it. Here it is. You don't have to owe them no money or nothing like that. They could say for not insufficient. Lack of use, you haven't used it in the past 2-3 months, so we're gonna lower your limit or whatever, or we're gonna cancel it. They could do anything they want with you in this society. See, people think they're locked in. That's why we tell you never own nothing, man. All right. So I got a mortgage. Well, so what, nigga? It still don't mean you own nothing, nigga. If anything, you're gonna die before you end up paying off that mortgage note. All right. Oh, I bought it flat out rate, man. I came with cash. I came with $1.5 million cash and bought that. Okay. Are you paying taxes? Do you have to load your title? No, you don't, nigga. Because why? This system was created for the elites to prosper and make money off the blood, sweat, and tears of the citizens, the slaves, the peons, the peasants, the so-called blue collar, the work. They benefit off of you, man. You see? But anyway, and just touch a little bit more on this, hit maybe a couple more scriptures according to the time, how it goes. Okay, it says the U.S. government is on a course to run out of ways to pay its debts in a matter of days, leaving it potentially set to default for the first time in history unless the Congress could work together and pass a piece of legislation to raise the federal government's borrowing limit. See, that's what it is, their borrowing limit. So now, this is a lingering problem that's going on, man. And the thing is, if this doesn't happen, it's going to lead to a bigger recession. That's going to lead to a Great Depression, which is going to lead to a stock market crash. And then that's just going to turn a whole nother turn of events on top of the blockchain shortages and other things that you have happening right now. It's going to be real chaotic out here in a lot of areas. It's going to be real tough, man. This is what's coming. All right, this is what's coming. You got people locked in and worrying about getting jabbed up, and now they forcing you to get more and more booster shots, man. Showing you that was, well, let me stay clear of that for a second. Anyway, it said the government is funded through December 3rd, thanks to a stopgap spending bill passed by the House Senate. But however, a separate deadline looms for the country's ability to make payments on outstanding loans, payments which, if not made, would affect the U.S. credit rating and could lead to a recession. There it is right there. Then you know which direction it goes from that point. It said a statement from Janet Yellen, the same chick, the treasurer, said that the federal government will run out of money it has already borrowed on or around the 10th of October. The way they wrote it fucked me up. October 10th. Should the U.S. Congress miss that deadline and fail to pass an extension of the debt ceiling, the government could default on its debt for the first time in history, a move that could have dire consequences, for the borrowing in the future. You see? And so the thing is, that's what Esau do. They try to put little band-aids and extend and try to, just like with the mandates. They put the mandates out there, then they sit there and give you an extension, all right? Because Esau wants to starve you into compliance, to agreements, all right? But this is all part of the Most High's plan overall to bring down America, man, which is Babylon the Great, all right? I'll start here, Revelations 18, then I'll hit one more scripture, Lord willing, and then, I'll wrap this up through the Spirit. But this is Revelations 18:1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And that's speaking about Yahweh Shai, right? It said, and he cried with a mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils. Now that's speaking about America being destroyed by the nuclear destructions. Because why? You're going to have the chariots there, the holy angels with the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to be right there. And this is going to be, that cry once America's destroyed. It said it has become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Meaning what? It's going to be a desert. All right? America's going to be turned into a desert. And that's what you're going to have there is a desert. When it says habitation of devils, dealing with like desert animals, lizards, and certain animals, which they are. They do have a foul spirit. They're unclean. You got people having Komodo dragons as pets and shit. But anyway, it says on verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And now dealing with the stock market or whatever, they have stock markets. They have all their economies in these other nations based off of the stock markets that they have in these other nations. Like in other words, in China, they have a stock market. Over there in Europe, they have their own stock market. They all got their stock market. So there's stocks and everything being traded 24/7. You have riches being generated and people losing money 24/7, 24 hours out of the day, 7 days out of the week. That's why you're always seeing that they show the chart with the stocks, certain stocks going up and down daily. Right? So it said, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, which goes into what? The philosophies. And that's why you got the issue over there now with Ukraine, which, Lord, that's another show. But Ukraine is a part of the United States, their democracy. They're like an extension of them. And that's another satellite that they have over Russia. So that's why those tensions are always there. One of the reasons. Okay. So it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. See, these other nations have committed fornication with America. They got rich, okay? They got rich by what? Bowing down and adopting the practices of America into their country. That's why a lot of these different countries, they left off from their traditional system, way of ruling. They adopted the democracy instead of, the ancient world, whereas, the king and his son ruled and, that type of a system, right? It says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. See, the merchant city, the merchants, you see, going back to what we read in Zephaniah. It said, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, dealing with the elect of Israel. Meaning the chariots, that's that voice going back to Revelations 11, beaming up the elect of Israel. Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. The plagues is those nuclear missiles. That's the last plague, should I say. It says, for her sins have reached into heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. And look at this wicked, filthy ass place, man. You can't tell me that this place doesn't need to be destroyed, man. There's nothing righteous, there's nothing good, there's nothing godly, there's nothing to be desired at all of this place. This place is totally wicked, man. From the movies to the people to the rulers of the rulers, the people that's in power, the kids. All right, they got the nasty agenda all over the damn place, man. They're trying to make that the norm, right? When that's just totally wickedness, man. So it said the Most High remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Now that's going into payback. And like we say, you so-called white people are going into slavery. There's nothing you could do to get yourself out of it. You can't get enough Uncle Tom or Negro wicked ass Sambo niggas to talk your way out of slavery. You going into slavery. You already put us in slavery. You were still found in your hand. We're still catching hell under you devils, man. All right, so you're going to pay, man. Payback is coming. It says, and double unto her, double according to her works. You see? And the cup which she had filled to her double. Do you understand what that is? The cup that you gave us was what? Slavery. Slaughter. You slaughtered us. You know, you murdered us. You stole from us. Okay? You gave us nothing but bitterness, man. None of this been easy. You fucking gave us diseases. You done set stumbling blocks before our people. So what do you think is coming for you, man? All right? The scriptures tell you that the just power is in the midst, man. The Heavenly Father is just. You ain't going to just, here it is, you done stomped all over us and did all this wickedness. And through the Spirit of the Lord, it was supposed to happen because that was our punishment. But damn if this man ain't do a fucking number on us, man. You see how people are fucked up right now. I'm talking about not even just the physical, but then going into the mental anguish that they put on us, man. Punishment and to where now they done destroyed the minds of Jake, man. It said, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. So what's coming for America? And who runs America? Esau, the so-called white man. The scriptures say torment and sorrow give her. See, they don't read these scriptures in the Christian church, man. In the Baptist church, in the Jehovah, in the Kingdom Hall. They don't read. This is what the scriptures speak about, man. All right? For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and no widow, and she shall see no sorrow. And that's the pride of America. And they fooled a lot of people where people think that nothing's actually going to happen. But the Lord, his presence is coming, man. The Lord is bringing that destruction, man. Therefore shall the plagues come in one day. And see, meanwhile, people are not paying attention. Like when this thing happened with the pandemic and everything, all these things catch people off guard. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. They bug out. But we knew that these things were coming, man. We seen the handwriting on the wall. We seen all these things taking place. We seen the different piles up of judgment and destruction. So we knew these things were happening, man. All right. It said, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication, these other nations, man. Only reason why they like America because they were able to come here and make merchandise and sell and trade and make money and send it back to their countries. It says, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yeah, America's going to be that lake of fire burning from them nuclear missiles, man. All right? Standing afar off with a fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, okay? Talking about America, you fucking idiots. That great city Babylon, that mighty city. What was the mighty city? What other city was mightier than America? When America dropped those bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, who had anything to say? Why you think Russia had to bow down for years, man? Until the Lord raised them back up and put them in a position to where now they ready to square off, man. It says that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Meaning it's going to be a short period of time when those missiles come. It's not going to take long. It ain't going to be weeks, a week war. You're going, okay, next week, Yahweh Shai and the angels are back. Oh, they back. They fighting Okay, they took down half of it. They coming back. No, it's going to happen just like that in 1 hour, man. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. And they ain't going to get ready to go into slavery, man. And they tell you that in Isaiah, man, that the nation's going to bring their forces into us, man. And just like how they got the internet open day and night, man, we're going to have our, only time it's going to be rest is on the Sabbath, man. Other than that, man, we're going to we're going to enslave them just like they did us, man. All right? But I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, Spirit have me touch back more on this. Well, this is going to be something to keep watching on with the situation with the money and how they're handling it. Eventually it's going to lead to the recession and the Great Depression. It's going to be, these are not the best times to be in, man. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, when the evil days draw not nigh. Now the evil days are getting closer and closer, man. Time where you don't even know if you're going to be able to see the next minute of the day. All right? So that's why we got to stay in the spirit and keep praying and locked in, Lord willing, in this truth, man. And just hold on and keep that lively hope. Don't let it, don't let Satan steal your joy, man. Don't let him take your crown. All right? We got a kingdom waiting for us, man. We're not going to be on the bottom, on a low, because we're on a low level, man. Why do you, how about Shemi Shai? We have this knowledge, so we're free. But still, we still got to fucking work and we're plagued and going, which, hey, it's a condition of the battle. But we eventually, man, the Lord is going to set us back in power, man. All right? Know that. Okay? You ain't going to have your fucking woman mouthing off to you, talking some stupid ass shit or whatever, And you ain't going to be no damn 911 to help nobody. These women going to get right back in order. Okay, and they're gonna be cool and everything, but they're gonna have that fear of us. They ain't gonna be, they're gonna be in order. They're not gonna even think of raising their voice at us or trying to get funky and snap their fingers and roll their necks or try to use a little pea brain on you and talk shit and try to jam you up with the courts. That shit that's all gone in America, man. As America goes, so does the power of these hoes go, man. And daily, they're losing their power too, man. I just gotta speak on that too, because Scriptures tell you, man, Isaiah 32:7, many days and years shall you be troubled. So that's all part of this thing, man. These women are going to be in for a big reality check too, because they were used to being pampered and exalted and put on a pedestal. Now they're getting knocked the fuck up off that pedestal, man. Because the Most High ain't with that glorifying these women and raising them up on a level over a man. That's off, man. So, we in these times, man, and brothers, stay strong, and the sisters that do believe, to stay in order best you can and stay by your man, because that's your meal ticket, man. Elect member of the Most High of Israel. That's the meal ticket for you women. All right, I'm just going to say it straight. But anyway, with that, Ka'Allah, Yahweh Shemi Shai, Shalom.